So, YouTube, good morning. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, what's up? What's up? By the way, I do have a cold, so I'm probably going to be sounding a little, muffled. That's the word I'll use. So, let's talk about what's moving. Let's talk about the stocks that I have on watch. And there's quite a few of them actually here today. There's a few stocks that are looking decent, that are moving up. And I think we might have to add a few more to the list just to be safe. So there's MRIN. Let's see. There's one that I was missing here. TRVN. Is it this one? I think it might have been this one. TRVN. I like to have them saved just in case they, even though it might not be the most obvious one. Sometimes the obvious ones they sell off and then, yeah, you guys know how it goes. So we got VERB from yesterday. PALI. FOXO, cheaper stock. OXO, SST. What's guaranteed is that at least 3 or 4 of these stocks is going to sell off. And then it makes things a little bit easier into the open for the list in terms of which one is the obvious one. So there's that. Okay, let's post it to the other sections. Guys, I don't check DMs, just a heads up. I don't check DMs around this time, right? So all the DMs and messages I'll respond to afterwards. All right, looks good. So for those of you tuning in on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Joseph, Brad, what's going on? I see you guys. Gus, Trading Station is in the building. Diego, how's it going? How's it going? Hope you guys are feeling good and doing well. Tisha, is that I think how you say it? What's up? Good morning. Okay, yeah, let's move on here. So time to get into the trend lines. I'll start off here with FOXO. This one is up 95%. Cheaper stock. This is an actual penny stock, if you want to say that, being that it's less than $1, right? Let's get rid of these other trend lines. So we got a high of 31 cents. 31 cents for our high point here today. The low of this flag has been 25, 25, 25, yeah, about 25, 25. So nice move up. We're going sideways. For me, I always want to see the move higher, right? Can this go to 50 cents, 60 cents? So over 31, I'd definitely be watching. Now, coming over to the daily to see what key levels we have. Going back to July 31st, we had a high point of 32.28. So that could be some potential resistance. 32.28. Other than that, going back to June 21st, we had 52.75. I think that's a pretty fair target, 52.75. These are trading within the 100th of the penny, so adding the other couple of cents, not a bad thing. Okay. I think really and truly that's good enough, if we can get up to 50 cents, maybe then after that, some people might be watching around like 88. We did have a candle there on April 14th. That range for break of $1 potentially. But even that would be really crazy. The 200 EMA is at 120. That's the last level I'm going to map out there for FOXO. So we got 52, we got 88. I got other trend lines which are not going to be as relevant, but I doubt whether we get up to that, that area, those levels. So moving on, coming down, PALI, which is a familiar sounding name. PALI, high point 125. It's currently pulling back. The previous high before this last move, we had just a $1, which I think is okay. 98 cents I'll put. So can we hold up 98? Can we hold up 98 if this does pull back a little more? And from there, we definitely want to be able to hold up around the VWAP area. So around 110. And then eventually, if we can get the retest of the highs at 125, looks pretty good. Time 19. Oh, I'm removing some old trend lines, intraday levels. PALI. PALI, how are we looking? So it sold off fairly recently, August 8th. That was a high of 196. We dropped down to a low of 60 cents. The low of the move, 196. People might be watching that. Let's see, 126. There's a high volume candle on May 24th of 189. Yeah, I'm gonna put about like let's see, 189, 196. I'm gonna put 190. I'm gonna put a trend line at 190. Just in case there might be some resistance if it does get up to like, break of two. From there, the high point before the drop off was at 244. The thing is with these types, like this stock has been in play multiple times. Like it just comes down to how far we can go today. Like is this gonna go to $5 today? Or maybe we go to like 170, $2, then it like sells off. Because if it does keep going, then I'll come back and like put more levels that we had before in the past. We can pull it up over here. Time 21. Yeah, so this thing definitely gave a couple of moves, right? We had, was that March 30th, March 31st. This day the volume was a little lighter, but still going from 230 to 355. And then back here last year, December, from 183 to 854. And even before then, we still had some candles. So this one has been, in play over the last couple of months. And when we say the history is repeating itself, literally, right? In some cases, same stocks that are coming again and again. So yeah. So can we get up to $2? That's what I would love to see here for PALI. This one is up 52%. There's 7 million shares of volume. It's a lower float stock too, which is good. So not bad. Coming down lower. This FLJ float is at 144. I don't think so. To the depths. MRIN. This one I opted not to put on the list, but maybe it does something. It could be something to keep an eye out. Let's put it in the recents. MRIN. Yesterday's high in after hours, we had 66 cents. I'm not really a huge fan of this one, but there could be something. Low of this area, we had 54. So I'm just gonna put a couple of trend lines just to, in case it does move. So I have some sort of, parameters here at least. All right. Yeah, we'll see. 94 cents for the 200 EMA. 94.96 to be exact. Just in case this one does move. Coming down lower, SST. This is another one that I had an eye on. SST. So this one had a huge move earlier this morning around 6 a.m. up to $3. And since then we've had a low point at 222. And there's the alarm for screen recording right away. Yeah, I had to set an alarm because sometimes I just forget to turn it on. So here we go. Load up another OBS. Guys, for those of you tuning in on YouTube, we got over 188 people already present. Guys, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are a new viewer. Today is another beautiful day as always. PALI is moving up nicely. Starting the show early, I see. We're climbing up there. We got about 57 likes. I do appreciate it. That thumbs up as you guys are tuning in. Let's continue on with the list. So, MRIN. So, SST is the next one here. We got the high point. We got the low point. The 200 EMA is at 426. I'm not super interested in trading pre-market, but PALI does look decent here. I don't even know if my hotkeys are working on DAS. I'd have to check. $486. $486. So I have a green candle that rejected the 200. I'll map that level out for SST. 486. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's good for this one. We got the 200. Gives us a good target, which is at 426 if this is to even get going. Some people might also watch at 336, which was a bit of a topping wick candle. Just in case short sellers try to short against that level, we are aware of it. So I'll also put that line up there. That's SST. So there's too many. There's more stocks than I have space. So I'll be rotating through depending on like what's looking strong, what's looking weak, and so forth. But the top three I think will be PALI, VERB, and FOXO. So VERB, just to quickly touch on this one, you know, yesterday we had the huge move up to 375. All right, let's zoom out a little bit if we can here. Huge move yesterday, all the way to 375, and right now we've pulled back a little bit. If it sells off, then I'll just, you know, remove it and move on to the next stock. Now this is quite the pullback, so we need to see a nice like surge to the upside here. I think it's possible, but it depends. You know, especially if we start to get over like 260, I'd watch it. The high for today is actually 281. Okay. So VERB, is there something there? VERB, is there something there? I'm gonna get rid of some of the older drawings, which are not going to be as relevant, and we'll see how it goes. Lastly, as the 2-minute warning is coming up, TRVN, which is kind of selling off a little bit. We have 128 for the high point today, and you know, we'll see how this one does. I'm not sure if we'll get a nice move or not. The 200 is at 222. There it is. So we'll talk a little bit about our disclaimer here pretty soon. Daily levels that I'm watching, 280 and then 328. And that'll do it for this one. TRVN, the 200 EMAs at 222. I'm watching 280 for a daily level and then 328 as well. So PALI will be the one that I watch first, and then I'll go from here. So remember, for our disclaimer, that day trading, like any other business here in the United States, has its risks. There's pros and cons to every business, and day trading is the same. You have to treat this field like a business. Start off slow, take it easy, utilize a simulator, practice trading the live market with artificial currency, build experience, become consistent and competent before you look to take on a big account. If not, it is very highly likely that you lose your money. That's how this field is. This is investing, right? This is investing. If you've never heard about day trading and swing trading and investing, there are risks here too. So be safe, utilize risk money. And remember that me live streaming here is not an invitation to try and copy trade. This is me just showing the world what I do, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a broker. I'm none of that stuff. So, you have to have a good foundation in trading for yourself. All right. There's a formal way and there's an informal way. And so you got to be careful out there. You got to start small and build and grow before you get aggressive. Lastly, be careful of the fake accounts out there. All right. I do not invest money for my subscribers. So here we go. We got a high point. I wonder if this might go for the surge. No, not quite. Back down. And so as we know, the open is usually pretty volatile. And you can see this one here. Huge range here to start the day. Low of 13, high of 32. Small trade here for VERB to see if it gets going. Yes, it will. And I will take profits early. I'm going to size up aggressively. And if this wants to hold up, take me to the moon. Okay, maybe not quite. Was ready to go. Was ready like Freddy, but not quite. I'll keep an eye on it though. VERB. I'll pull it on screen here in a little bit. I gotta rotate to the other ones though to just see what's moving. PALI back at 28, not bad. Okay, so is this the one? Well, I want to be careful of a big drop, man, because we just saw if I'm in at 30, selling at 15, I'm not going to feel good. Seems to be holding for now. I might hold it into this halt. Will we see it? Okay, I sold too soon. Yeah, I think it might get halted up at 41. Be using more size here. So VERB was not the one. It's going to turn out to be PALI. PALI now at 43 for the halt. Come on, let's get locked in. I'm excited for a resumption here early. False halt, but still trying. There's a lot of big buyers, so it seems like we might get locked in. And yeah, we're going to get locked in here. There it is, locked in. So let me rotate to the other ones. FOXO, how are we doing? Titanic. MRIN. to the depths. SST. Maybe there's something there. Is this halted or is it just light volume? Okay, it looks like light volume. TRVN, not looking great. And VERB. So this green candle here is what made me think this one was gonna just go up for the halt or something. Because remember I said at 260 I'd be interested. I actually was very green on realized what I didn't sell. Thought it would have just kept going, so not good. Only made $70. Okay, I think it might be best to just wait for the resumption because everything else is looking a little, not so good. As they would say in the Fed, softness on everything else. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up. We have over 400 plus people, but only 91 likes. Can we get up there to 300 likes? The most aggressive like goal that we've ever set. Hit that thumbs up, and we'll watch this resumption here. For me, I'm going to just go for it. No fear, no hesitation. But I want to let it be known that I accept the risk. It's very possible that I'm big red after this resumes, but that's okay. I accept those risks. So I'm just going to wait patiently, and what I want to see is the stock opening higher, going up over 50, dropping down, and when it drops down, I'll be trying to buy the bottom as best as I can and looking for a slingshot back up. If not, it keeps dropping and then I lose. FOXO, is this one on to something? Or at the green, maybe? I'm gonna jump in with a tight stop here. Seems like volume is getting into it. FOXO. What time is the resumption? 38:33. Okay, that gives us a few minutes at least. If FOXO holds up this 1 minute pullback, I'd be interested. Is it already doing it? This might be a little early. 24:20. If it's good, I can add. It's green. And there's a 400,000 share seller, and I'll take $100 loss. Great. A big seller out of the blue. That'll do it to you for sure. TRVN. TRVN. I had a $20 risk in that trade, by the way. So I'll lose 4 times more than I would have wanted to. All part of the deal. 38:33. $38.33. So we got about 30 seconds on PALI. We're halted up at 143. What will it be? Six seconds. Here we go. Not bad. Can we get the pullback? Do not fail. See, that second buy was a little too high, but okay, decent. And my fills must have been terrible. $76. Oh my goodness. Wow. I made at least 300. It's the same thing as yesterday with the fills. I made at least $300 there. Minimum. 55 right there. Like, that's not good. I gotta sell on the ask. That's the only way I'll be able to make anything. Soon, 50. It's struggling. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's holding up. It's holding up. Low, 50, 64. Can we hold it into this halt? Okay, there's 70. It's also teleporting down after I'm fairly green in the trade. And that's how I feel. Get out of that. I'll size down and try and get some better fills. So that was a false breakout. Are we gonna try again? Or do we need more pullback? Oh, my hotkey didn't trigger, man. Are you kidding me? We're already getting murdered with the fills. We don't need. I'm actually interested here. We just have to make sure it doesn't Titanic though.
ADTX
And this is
PALI.
kind of high. It held high. Is it gonna go? We're ready. Or do we need another pullback? There's a hidden seller there. I'm gonna wait. I think there's a hidden seller at 62. So either over 62 or low. There's 62 again. And there's a bid this time. Okay, so it's gonna go. What's with the hesitation? See, man, every time it's about to come down, there's huge bidders coming in high. Time, the candle is going to close in about 2 minutes, 15 seconds. You gotta be patient here. This could be it. Good, great. Now, do not fail. This is kind of low. I have a stop. If I get stopped out, that's okay. So I could have been in lower. And I will get stopped out. Unfortunate. But I wanted that size there. It's 46. It's a little lower than I would have liked. I would have been buying here instead. So we got 46 for the low. 46. I thought low 50s and immediate bounce. It's a longer pullback here with a lower low. I think it should still bounce, but can't hold through such a drop that high up. So can we get back to 60? We should. Yeah, okay, there it is. So that's a good trade, just not the best execution with the entry. Bastor with the wrong analysis. So the question is, are we going to be able to get back to the high of the day though? That increases the range a little bit too, which makes the pullback trades tricky. So it'll have to be like an immediate bounce every time I'm in. 53. Time 44, 54. The new candle will be here. There it is. I mean, I feel like it's fairly healthy. It just comes down to if we can get entries here. Waiting. It's possible. Let's see if it holds high. I'll just throw out an order just in case it does. Tight stops. If not, I'll re-average. Yeah. Can we see sub 50? 52. Let's try it again there. We're not really seeing a ton of selling, so we'll see. Tight stops for me. 50, and we're coming down. 47. To the depths. It's a little tricky here. We're seeing a little bit more selling than I would like. So maybe to the depths. Well, that was a good effort. Unfortunately, I'm red. Maybe a little too much conviction on that one trade. Which I kind of wanted it lower, like 51, but you know, I was buying into so much red, I kind of thought we would have kept dropping. ICCT. So I didn't even wait for the print at that level, I just bought. ICCT is moving up a little bit. Although again, this is a stock where, we'll have to be careful. Might not be a ton of opportunities. ICCT.
ADTX.
I'm gonna do a rotation. FOXO not looking good. So we got ICCT with a small move. MRIN. BALI. I got the resumption. I should have been way more green on that thing though. On that resumption, my trades looked so good from what I was seeing. I look back at my P&L at the end of it. I'm flat, which is just ridiculous. So what it means is that I was getting awful fills, and maybe within the volatility, just not getting to get out where I thought I was getting out on all the entries. Like I thought I made at least 10 cents minimum. I made half of a cent, or let's say 2 cents, like 2 cents. Yeah, 2 cents, which is ridiculous for a move from 44 to 66. It's still curling up. or maybe not. 44. It's coming down a bit. Yeah, maybe not. So PALI, is this one a little bit better? Well, rather ICCT for now. I want to be very careful with this stock though, because this might not be the best for a longer follow through. And it's given a good move already, so I've got to be careful of backside. Possible halt at 06. Well, now at 22. It's 50. Seems to be holding for now. 54, 53. And PALI, will it get halted up? Not. Okay, that was good. That was good bounce. 54. It might get halted up here with this big red green. Ah, okay, not quite. It's trying though, there's big bids. Maybe it pulls back a little bit more first. 59. So it's a bit of a trap. There's a reason why I'm supposed to size down in the pullbacks, you know. So whenever I'm red, it's my own fault most of the times. Sometimes the market is just weak, but a lot of times it's my own fault. But whenever I do go for it, I can't beat myself up. You know, 7, not great. Great. 1,600 shares, better than nothing. Take our couple of cents where we can. Can we get halted up already? 65. It's now at 68. Alt level. Green 4 something to red 260 to flat. Just waiting here. Hopefully there's another round of opportunities. Try and get green and stay green this next time. Halt is now at 70. Yeah, it might was just thinking it might be finished here. Pullback is a little, it's pulling, it's doing too much pulling, right? Too much pulling back, too much depths. It's in a critical state here. Yeah, the candle's going to close in 1 minute. So it's just a false breakout after all. This is why whenever we are in the halt level, it's important to get locked in. When that selling does come, and there was a lot of buyers there, so somebody sold like, well over 100,000 shares, or a collective of people. That selling comes, we got false halt, the dip. It's not really bouncing. ICCT. I was really trying to avoid that stock, to be honest. MRIN. All right, now I'm having some regrets about that big position. I'm gonna watch it back and say, man, why didn't you wait? Which I couldn't have waited. I would have had no way of knowing the dip was gonna be bigger than I would have thought. But it is against the rules for me to get aggressive on the pullbacks like that, because that's exactly what could happen, which is it's too much. It's like too much of a high stake trade, where if it doesn't work, I'm basically flat again, which is not good for one position, being that I only have a 50% accuracy. If I have 95% accuracy, okay, whatever. But it's a 50% chance the trade doesn't work well. Hence, sizing down on the dip, so that, even if it doesn't work, we can just re-average much easier. And with that false breakout, it doesn't seem like we're going to get a second chance out of the resumption. So two things that were not so good. The share size that I had, just massive amounts of slippage with the orders, and then too much size on the dip. Again, ICCT, just, a tricky one here, man. Last 5 minute candle didn't look so good. I don't know. I'll be waiting. So waiting patiently here, we'll see whatever else might move. ICCT, man. I want this stock to just go down and just never come back for the time being. It's getting volume, so it's like I'm keeping an eye, but again, would prefer something else. So definitely got to be disciplined, especially if it's not looking great. Can't afford to get tunnel vision there again. But just to say, I should never be red on a stock like this. This shouldn't happen, regardless of anything. It's given a little too much to still be red. So mistakes will do it to you. FOXO, we kind of took a bigger loss here earlier on this red to green. In here, on the pullback, green in the trade unrealized, I think, for a little bit. And then a 400,000 share seller came. It's just instant down here. Sold immediately. 8,000 shares. small position relative to the price of this stock. So just waiting patiently. ICCT pulling back slightly to the VWAP area. P&L right now on the day, we're down $60, a scratch trade. So we got to be patient right now for just good opportunities. That's the main thing. What is it? GameStop earnings is pretty soon, I think. What is it like? Oh, today, tomorrow? For those of you who like to trade those stocks, AMC might move as well. Or maybe it might be AMC that has earnings. I have to double check. What I don't like about ICCT is the topping wick candles on the 5-minute chart. That and then the daily chart sucks. We did have the first daily candle to make the new high down here, but we're still on this bear flag. It'll have to break over 11 with breaking news again to really get to like 15, 16. Other than that, just smaller opportunities here and there, but we'll see. For anybody that might have been watching it early, the red to green into this 3-bar play here. Quick pullback, not bad. And then continuation. So this was good. This red candle, though, a little tricky here, but besides that, not bad coming up before finally MLPO. Let's check out some of these halted stocks. No volume there. ADTX, PIALI. ADTX, not a lot going on either. It's pretty early. I'm gonna grab this chair and sit down for a bit. False breakout there over the high. Or maybe it just needs a bigger pullback. Waited long for that volume too. Oh, it's coming down 50. That was for the break and hold above 10, but no good. And it's downtown. More? More, yeah, more. Well, I wouldn't want to be holding it all the way down here, that's for sure. Well, I gave it a good shot. No good. ICCT. Oh yeah, let me fix this. I can always do this. Is that good? Okay. Uh, Jeez Louise. Actually, that should be good. I don't know what's up with my computer settings, man. The blue light here is absolutely insane. It was set to turn on every morning, I think, around this time. That type of stuff could actually give you headaches. Just a heads up. So I have the glasses. That helps with the blue light. They're honestly not bad as sunglasses either. FOXO, not much. MRIN. Maybe there's something there. SST, not much. VERB, not much. So I'll be waiting here patiently, maybe till like 10:30, 11 a.m. That flush on ICCT was not good. Yeah, I is trying again. But this is going to be a false halt and drop down. It might be, let's cut this. 51. Do not Titanic. Ton of red again. 49. It'll have to hold up right here. The high of the flag was at 53. We got up to 57. Relentless, relentless. Pastor, pastor. Low is at 49 right there, so maybe it might be still holding here. We'll see. ICCT looks like it's going to the depths. Bottom of the 7 Cs. failing? Maybe not. 49 is still the low. I need a new stock. Well, if this gets halted up, that'll be good, but right now it's not gonna make me a lot of money. It'll just be like a few cents here and there at best. There needs to be something good, something with a crazy range that has more upside potential than it has downside risk. A breakdown and reclaim could always be good, but we're not really in the strongest of places here. The LTR taking a beating. Yeah, nothing looking particularly good. Man. I gotta see. This is the thing with size, man. It's like size. It's like size is good, but then it's also not so good. It is a little frustrating to not be able to use more size efficiently. Think or swim with these fills, man. Nothing looking particularly good. PALI did hold up 44, I think, just now, but we'll see. Sometimes when you get that green, you gotta take it off the table. You gotta lock it in. You gotta lock it in. Yeah, PALI did hold up 45 just now, so we'll see here. Well, the halt up is all the way at 65, so it's a ways away. Can we see something over this level here? Can the 5 minute candle make the new high? Is it possible? There's just more sellers. It's oh okay. It's at 66. Selling is the very present. Despite a lot of green coming in earlier. Time, volume, 15. So we made the new high, 61. We didn't get halted up though. Do not teleport down. All you do is this selling. It's not. Why is it not easing? 54. Okay. Of course. Lovely. 51. So is this like a 5 minute pullback? Maybe it's a 5 minute pullback. All of this is in hope for a red to green at the high of day, but there are sellers there too. ICCT below VWAP. I don't know, it might be best to come back. Yesterday, Power Hour was actually good. We had VERB give a crazy dollar share move, man. You know, it's crazy because at like 40, like 340, I saw volume getting into it, but I was like, whatever. And then what I did, I I got on this call and I put my browser over the screen to like do something. And so all along it was moving, man. I was just missing the move. So at like 52 or maybe even a little, it might have been a little later than that, or like closer to 4. My timing might be off. I might have even started like 30, right at the half-hour mark. But anyhow, came back and saw that move, and I was like, man. So this pullback is going to work, and I'm getting chopped out of the lows again. Goodness. 59. 60. 62. Can we get halted up at 70 at high of day? Is it possible? Need to be patient and wait. If it's gonna be strong again, there'll be opportunities. I expect this to be a 1 minute pullback, hopefully. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. Whatever it does. The halt up is at 72. Alright, stop. Can we see something? TRVN, FOXO, ICCT, MRIN actually holding up. SST. The stock is just playing the long game. But what we need is for it to not give a big red candle just, suddenly. If we can just not see a big red candle, you know, maybe we get back to the highs here eventually. But we saw what happened yesterday where we got up there and then boom. ICCT moving up. I don't mind this pullback here. If I take it though, I just need to not get chopped out for the third time today. But I'm watching this closely. Again, ICCT moving up for those of you who might prefer to watch something a little bit more expensive. Candle's going to close in 30 seconds. So, watching to see what it wants to do here. This should be prime time. That's going to go to the depths. And maybe I should stop saying that so much. Um, the new people to the channel probably wondering if I'm crazy by now. Say personality is supposed to be a good thing, but I guess not always, right? Not good. Scratch on the rest. Gee, like what's all this, man? It's just kind of a day for me where it's just best to, wait for the highs or something. And if there is continuation at the highs, then we can see something, uh, some consistency. Yeah, yeah, that wasn't a great candle, but did like the higher low here. Just needed to see some higher volume coming up towards the highs. What we had 64 or something, 63. That's why I kind of watch, especially once we start to break over the high of the flag, which is 53 at the time. Next time wear a green shirt. Ay, ay, ay. You gotta tell her I was 26 and 0, man. I was 26 and 0 up until like 2 weeks ago wearing red. If the merch was to come out at that time, the red shirts definitely would have been the hottest ones. Now I'm like 26 and 4 or something. I don't know. I stopped keeping track. I'm down 127, which is like, a very small amount for me, but still, it's like it's nothing moving. Which means I have to be very careful to not go deep into the red because that's how it happens. Before you know it, I take 3 trades and I'm down 600. I have no choice to leave. So with that being said, let me go ahead and reduce my share size right now so that that doesn't happen. At least it reduces the chances of it happening. And it gives me longevity, right? So I can come back later at 3 p.m. to see if something else is moving, and if it is, maybe we can get a small green day or something. But at this point in time, definitely not aiming for like a big green day. Just it's like whatever I can get, I'd be grateful for. Not looking to push it. So ICCT curling back up. Do we have something here? I'm very skeptical of this one. And we do have topping wicks as well here, which is also not a great sign. Is that a stock? THTX had a bit of a move earlier. The volume looks like it was lighter though. Guys, be sure to check out the Discord if you're looking to be a part of the chat room, right? Our chat room is based in the app called Discord. So you guys can check it out. I can post the link here. There's 3,900 people in this Discord, man, which is absolutely crazy. Discord is on fire. Pretty soon we'll be over the big 4K. what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a free trial to one of the options. That way, people who are not really familiar with it at all, they can like get a chance. But I have to see how long I want the trial to be. I'm thinking maybe a few days. My favorite artist. I'm in my mid 20s, by the way. My favorite artist, as ICCT is moving up here. Can we hold over 50? I have a really small size. Okay, it is gonna hold. There's 72. There might be a dip. Can we see a bigger dip? If I lose 20 cents with 500 shares, I'd stop trading it. So I've sized down all the way just to make sure we can connect on something. Taking 35. All not the best fill, and it's still going down. Great. And there's my 20-cent loss immediately. Lovely. Maybe I just put this stock on like the no trade list or something, man. Every time I try for the dip, it just keeps going down. So even with small size, and like I mentioned 5 minutes ago, this is the reason to size down, just for a stock like this. Yeah, my favorite artist. Um, so in terms of like rap here in the States, there's a guy named Dax. He's actually a Canadian artist. I'd say Dax is pretty good. Yeah, that's who I'd say. DAX. Dax. His music is you know, it's not the typical like, you know, it seems like nowadays it's just all about the fancy cars and like the houses, people rapping about money, stuff like that, women. His stuff is like more, centered around some sort of like, let's say, issue, right? And looking to help people, talking about real stuff, at least most of the songs. So that's kind of why I listen to him from time to time. Small red today, small red, down 200 bucks. I should have ended green if I wasn't. I was too aggressive today. That was my problem. And the other half of it was my fills. I should have at least been up 1K on that stock. I don't know what was going on with the fills, man. If the fills were good and I did everything like how I did it, we should have been either at 1K or close to it. Let's assume we have the same big loss that I did, trying to be that aggressive on that dip. Um, you know, at least we're like small green still. Yesterday, the same thing happened to me on the cheaper stock. Yesterday I was using more size. I sized down. I was conscious of it, right? I sized it 3,800. I was thinking, okay, with 3,800, I'm guaranteed to at least get decent fills. And part of it is the volatility. The stocks are moving so fast that okay, you're in at 150. It jumps to 156. You're trying to sell 156. In that half second, you're hitting the sell button. It's already back at 52. There's like a spread. You get filled on the worst side of the spread. You know. So I realized, okay, I need to sell on the ask. And when I started doing that, I was able to make the $400. And then from there is where we had gave back. Yeah, ICCT, I need to not touch this again. Our year-to-date P&L is pretty good on it, but we gave back like 600 over these last 4 days on that stock, which is unnecessary. How do you see the halt levels? I have Das Trader Pro, which is $150 a month, which is kind of expensive. But luckily for you guys, we'll be bringing it to MMU. And so we'll be streaming a lot of the halt levels here right in the chat. Coming soon. Coming soon. That along with some additional scanners. This should be pretty good. Will be pretty good. And for those of you who haven't seen the wheel yet, it's gonna be crazy, man. The trip to Vegas is coming up soon. I can't wait. It feels good to. The last trip felt so good, man. Being, being like in New Jersey, New York is not bad, but the traveling stuff is pretty fun. The atmosphere, all the new experiences. In California, there's this place called Phil's Barbecue. It's on my mind every day. It's on my mind every day. Great service, amazing food. It's like, New York has some good spots, man, but that barbecue down there was a little different. Better. Still thinking about it to this day. Travis Scott's new album. I haven't listened to it. Travis Scott's new album. To be honest, I don't really follow the artists. I mean, even celebrities, really. I don't really follow them like that. I'm completely clueless to who's having a new album and when. And but if I check it out, if it's good, there might be some good songs there. But this is the reality of day trading. Yesterday you're up 2K. Today I'm flat on the day. Although I shouldn't have been, but still. When to and when not. So there's this thing about watching at your P&L, right? When is it ever good to watch at your P&L, right? So when I think about it, when you're in a trade, when you're watching to execute a trade, like before, during, and after, I think in those key areas, or let's say when you're about to exit the position, you should never be looking at your P&L, right? But I think it's good to be conscious of what your P&L is, throughout the duration of the day, just to kind of get like a benchmark of how you're performing, right? Because again, in that stock, I could swear I was like big green already. You look over, it's like, what's going on? So if an hour has passed and I check and I see I'm flat, that for me is a signal to slow down, because most days, like if I pull up my trader view, most days I will have already had been green. So it means that something, right, whether it's me or the market or something else, it just means that something isn't right. Something isn't working like how it should. NVAX, do I want to watch this? So I need to, adjust and be careful. Whether that might mean smaller size, less trades, or to come back later. But I don't think watching at it, in the crucial areas makes sense. You got to pay attention to the indicators, the level 2, the tape, your trend lines, everything that allows you to be able to make the decision to either buy, sell, hold longer, scale out, add to position, whatever it might mean. But in the areas like now, like, okay, see, I didn't really perform as well as I would have liked. Maybe I want to slow it down. If a good stock comes, I can start off a little smaller size. If I can connect 1, 2, 3 times, size up right away, groove into it rather than just straight aggression. Which on some days it's so hot, everything is moving, that does work, right? But on another day, you kind of might want to approach it a little differently. So whilst I'm aware, and we're not even going to call it looking at our P&L. It's just more so being aware of where you are and how you're performing as the day transpires. If I'm up, 5-10K at 1040, and then another stock just is looking good and starts to move, on a day like that, it's just straight to big size and just, because everything is working.
WE.
And opportunities does matter because some days there's more opportunities, which, I don't like to use the word easy, but it makes it more easy to be green because the opportunities are just in abundance. Whether you make a mistake or you start red or things like that, there's maybe three or four stocks in the day. They all kind of give good setups. You get a higher chance of ending green versus a day where it's slower, maybe one stock or, just a few moves, and then maybe you're waiting a few hours or maybe that's it for the day. If you're already consistently profitable, if you end red on a day where there's a lot of opportunities, you just might have made a ton of mistakes or missed every stock. There are days where for me it'll be hot and then for some weird reason it's like everything that could go wrong. Whether it's fumbling hotkeys, you hesitate one too many times, like the collection of everything on the list of negatives all shine at its brightest on that day. Is it coincidence or is it mental or something? So I think I'll stay another 20 minutes and then I'll be out of here if nothing moves up. I'll come back at 3 p.m. and hopefully there's a hot stock. So yesterday VERB started off around 3:30. I might have saw it around 25, but didn't think much of it here. Made that call, came back around 50, and it was like too late. PALI 57, still, still trying, but we'll see. Needs to get over 65 and hold above 65. Too many red. I've had way too many red days, man. I might have to adjust slightly. It's so delicate. It's like sometimes you need to be aggressive. Sometimes you just can't. You can't, and you can't stay one way all the time. You have to make the changes. But if that's what I have to do, I'll do it. I know what I have to do, so I'll do it. So we have to be conscious about how we're performing, how we're trading, and can you look back throughout the day and dissect what it is that made you very green or made you red. And if you can pinpoint what that is, then you can focus on it, right? And make a change.
LVOXU.
So for the people who are red, who are course members, there's a formula, there's a recipe, there's a blueprint. You're watching myself, you're watching Marcelo, what are these guys doing? And you're watching to see how you also performed relative to us. and seeing where you can make adjustments, right? If I go online and I'm following a video recipe, right? And we know how it is. It's not that black and white. It's difficult. There's emotions. There's a lot of things involved, which is why we always say it's not guaranteed, right? But you know, am I throwing too much salt or something, right? There's 60. Okay, maybe we cut the chowder here if we can get above 65. The volume is still low, so if we are to get up there, we need it to like we need the speed and the tape to be there. You know, not that a lot of people are coming back in to buy, sell, and we'll see. But yeah, you know, if you're throwing a little too much salt, you know, whatever it might be, it throws off the pot, right? Something small, the soy sauce, whatever it might be. So you know, you got to go back, make the adjustments, and you know, you keep filtering until you get to where you need to be. So for those people who do get to consistency, it's like this formula every day, and you should be able to see why you were red when it doesn't go well. If you ever show up and you just don't know what happened or why, it could be one of those situations where the day just for you might have went so fast you didn't get to really, you know, recollect anything. But that's why we record our screens so that we can go back and watch. So some days before the recap, I know exactly what it is. Other times I need to do a recap. I need to go back, even after the recap, right? To go back again and just review, study. And that's me watching over the video, skipping through to all the key areas, rewinding, fast forwarding. Even when you're consistent, you still have to do it, or else you fall behind. You got to keep pace with your best self to keep improving. So it's like, and it's this thing where we're rewarded with money, but it's like beyond the money, right? Because if we don't do those things, then we don't have the money anyways. So it's like this performance and you trying to dance the song correctly every time. You go, you know, it's like dancing with a star, right? You go, your dance is terrible, you don't get paid. So then you have to come again the next day and dance again. So tomorrow when I show up, I'm gonna say, you know, allow me to have this dance. And I'm gonna dance better than I did today. Because I already know the mistake. So we'll make the adjustment.
LVOXU.
Eyes on WE. That was called out a few minutes ago. WE. I think we traded this one a few months ago. Yeah, so we had a resumption and some lighter volume here. Was there a headline? It opened up lower and then surged up. So over the 390 level, we got to 405 and then 418. Not bad. PALI. Is it time? If it gets over 70, hopefully we can go to like 250. The last dance. Nah, man. We're only in the beginning here. We're gonna be dancing for years to come. Gonna be dancing till I can't dance no more, till I break my ankles, till I get arthritis, and then my knees collapse. I got some strong arms, so maybe I'll be break dancing, right? Back flipping. Yeah, over trading when the market is slow is not a good thing. Whenever it slows down, you guys will see that I usually like start like talking more like this, and I'm just waiting for something. I'll be here till 11 o'clock, and then I'll come back later. So only a couple more minutes for the live stream. So feel free to join the Discord where we'll be there all day long, right? To the pool, yeah, it's like 88 or 90, I think. I can't even swim, man. So if I go to the pool, I gotta watch myself. The vertical mouse. Yeah, I'll write that down. I'll take a look later. Rick Ross. Rick Ross has a couple of good songs that I like. I don't usually listen to I don't usually listen to a lot of rap music though. If you ask me, a lot of it, I mean some of it is good. It depends on who and what type of like rap it is. I usually listen to more like reggae music, believe it or not. Sometimes I'll listen to it's like if I get fed up of hearing reggae stuff, then I'll listen to some rap and then I'll go back. So 62 right there for the last candle. I don't think this is a bad stock to keep an eye on though. It's like we're uptrending slowly. It comes down to if we can gain enough volume to get to where we need to be. We'll see if we can get tighter and tighter and tighter into this. And then either up or down. So will we get a big drop like this? Or maybe, a nice move back up and then we're back to business. I'm gonna end the recording. How long are we pushing here? 128. Okay, it's not bad. Our P&L on the day, we're down 200 bucks. We're down to scratch trade. It's so crazy how these last. It's only been 9 months of this, or maybe even less than that. Like last year, me being down $200, that was the end of the day. That's it. Red day recap, big red day. Now it's like it's so crazy too because it doesn't feel different, but it is somehow. It's like it doesn't bother me anymore versus back then. Like if I'm like right now for me to start to like you know even consider a red day, I have to be down around like 800, and then I start to say, okay, maybe I need to like stop because maybe it just get bigger and bigger. But $400 in the red, 500, 550, 600 is like I'm still watching at it as if there's a good stock, we can get to where we need to be as we're seeing 62 here. PALI. Can we get over 65? There's some volume. Good. Now, how well is it going to hold up? It'll take a long, small position. Can we see that push over 70 for the halt up? There's a few sellers there. This is good. This is good. The halt level's extended. Nice. Small trade there with that size. So I'll get the full 6-7 cents. It needs to get locked in here. Come on. Size back up here too. Can we get locked in? $82. It's trying. Come on. See, this is not good though. We need to get locked in here. We need to get locked in. If not, it just becomes too extended and then the selling eventually will come over time. It's right on cue, really. This is good. So 84. 82 for high of day. Man, you gotta be so quick. You gotta be so quick. That was frustrating. Tight stops. Tight stops. The higher fills throw you off so much from what you're looking to do. It's like it kind of throws off the risk. It ruins the trade to a degree. Good, good. Very good here. Good fill. No continuation though, so too soon. 86 for the halt up. We're seeing bidders. I'll try again, small size. As long as it doesn't teleport down, I don't mind. What's up with this lingering? Do I just take it off? It's still having. I'm gonna hold this position here. We're still having some trouble. Okay, there we go. There's some selling up here, but not bad. Can we get over 80 and hold above 80? 88, the halt up. Please get locked in. Please, man. Please. There are bids, but there's people just selling. Sound like I'm begging here, which is not good. 93 for the halt up. KB. Where's KB, by the way? Has KB been in the channel the last couple of days? Before KB, there was a JG. There's a 190 for resistance, but it seems like we're blowing through the level. We're off the charts. The halt is at 95. The halt level. 97 now. This could be too high, but you had a small shot there. We can try again. Do not teleport down. That's the for me. That's the only thing I care about ever. Is these stocks teleporting down instantly? Oh, okay. I'll get caught there. 77. Yeah, sometimes they'll go like 85 down to like 70, and then that's terrible. So I want to ease off. I've already sized down, but we got 73 right there. I think it's just this is healthy. It's just that the halt down is so close now. 69, but 73 is I don't think it's bad. 71. There's the halt down. That's the only reason I wouldn't take low 70s again right there. It's the halt down just too close. Well, we pulled back into the previous high of 70. So this is not, in terms of a 5-minute setup, it's not bad. The volume here is light. So I'd watch for the bounce out of this halt down. We'll see how it does. And this is why we need to get locked in up, going up on the halt. It doesn't get locked in and then the selling comes eventually. Instead of us potentially being at like 230 already and pulling back to 2, here we are at 170. But the good news is we made some money. At least we got ourselves to green here on the day. I'll be watching with small size on this resumption. If we are strong, maybe we can see another bounce back up to a halt level or something. If not, then we just shut it down and take what we have. KB is a long-time viewer on the live stream, but whenever I'm in a pullback, I don't know why. I don't know. It's always been somebody with a two-letter symbol, two-letter in their name. The first person was JG. So whenever I'm in a pullback trade, like a dip trade, and buyers, I'm watching for buyers to come in, and buyers are starting to come in. I'd say, KB, where are those bulls? Are they taking this one? Are they taking this trade? And it kind of became a thing. JG, I think JG moved on from trading. So we ended up going to KB. So I'm hoping KB stays here forever.
PALI.
PALI. Ay, ay, ay. Day trading. It's the easiest, hardest way to make money. One of the easiest, hardest ways. Easy in the sense that you're just here by a computer screen, clicking buttons. Hard in the sense of mental, psychological warfare. And, you know, it's not 100% in terms of consistency. You'll have red days, you'll have red trades, but you got to find a way to stay sound and disciplined at all times. We got halted at 02:44. Was that 7:44? 07:44 for resumption. Hopefully this pullback opens up and can curl. If it opens lower and just big selling, I'm staying away from it. And I'll shut it down immediately too. On a day like today, I can come back at power hour to see if something is moving, but other than that, don't want to overdo it. We've already, we didn't really do as well as we should have done today, so got to know when to just, say enough is enough. It's like conviction, too much conviction is a problem at times, man. Like, come on. How many likes do we have? The resumption is coming up in about 50 seconds. We got 163 likes. Man, we struggling out here. Big time. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you're tuning in on YouTube. I think we had close to 500 people. But anyhow, it's cutting the chatter. Small size, PALI. Can we see a bounce? $169. 14 seconds. Not bad. Waiting. Waiting. I'm in. But only 73. I'll get back in over the level. Where are those bulls? There they are. Can we see 79? But the volume sucks. Over 73 is supposed to be instant there, man. Still trying though. 75. But I want to see more volume here. Bigger volume. Not very convincing, and the high of that red candle was 82. Can we get back above 82? The low of the move was 68. Can we hold above 68 and get above 82? Halt up is at 87. So being that the volume is lighter, I want to be even more careful here in case we're not going to see the bounce. If we see big bids, that could be good. Always looking to keep a tight stop for myself, just, being patient. 74 by 75. 71. 68. Can we hold up 68? I'm not looking to be super aggressive here. I'm just waiting. There's 67, 66, 65. That might do it for us here, ladies and gentlemen. That might do it. So we'll walk away, green $200. It's the thing with trading, man, is that those small things that I could have done better, it has such a huge impact. It also is what keeps you coming back, right? Is that this wanting to be better and improve, and knowing that adjustments could be made for a better result.
PALI.
It's what makes trading different from gambling as well, is that gambling is just randomness. Trading, there's a system, right? I'm going to shut it down here. There's a system that allows us to be more green than red if we can keep our emotions out of it. And so far this year, it's been pretty decent. And I'm still not at the volume I should be trading. It's been a good year so far. We've been averaging $700 a day. Only 265,000 shares. I should be at 500,000 shares of volume, which would essentially, it doesn't double because it's more like compounding interest when you increase the size. Maybe I would have been at like 200,000 plus already. So I can't believe it, man. I can't believe I'm still. But days like today, I use big size. The fills are just so terrible that like doesn't even make sense. At NBSC. NBSC. Oh, hold on. NBSC, I should have already been looking at this one. Jeez. I'll approach it with small size first. 69, 78. Doesn't look bad. NBSC moving up. Actually doesn't look bad. I've probably missed all the big moves though. Volume got into it at 08 a couple minutes ago over high of day, which was at 45. Yeah, I was big slacking there. Should have been watching this one instead of waiting for that resumption. So this is pretty good. Never good to be late though. High of days at 78. Sellers up here. Is this easy to borrow? No, hard to borrow. And I keep to the small size here first. 10,000 share bid at 70. Seems to be holding up. Oh my goodness. Well, that was a breakout, all right. Follow through, follow through, follow through, follow through. Jeez. What was that, 89 for the high? We got bids. There are more bids. I'll wait. Uh, Come on. Sizing back down, small size. 90. There's a lot of buyers. There's a lot of buyers, but I still don't want to be too hasty though. Terrible fill right there. Terrible fill. Gotta be careful of this being a 5-minute pullback too. Which I wouldn't have wanted to see just yet. That's interesting. Thinkorswim restricting accounts. That doesn't sound good at all. It's not good for business. Man, I tell you, with the spread and volatility at times driving me insane. How did I get in at 78? Unbelievable. It just ruins the trade there where I would be in at 75, 74 holding just such a high entry even with that small size. Mm, 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 mm. It looks like it's bottomed out for now. The volume is coming in quick. So some limit orders might not be bad. No. Alright. Maybe I walk away here. I'm getting very inconsistent. Not connecting at all. If well, we'll see. Can we get a new height? Maybe that gives us a better entry. Do not reject. Yes, more losing trades. Lovely. So just not connecting here for the last 10 trades in a row. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. There's a seller there. Lovely. Man, why can't I get a winning trade here? There's no way I'm that out of whack. Okay, it broke over 12, but right back down. Maybe I need to give it some more time. Never sized up because I'm still inconsistent here with the entries. $72. There's a bid, but not really making a new high yet. Just come on down. The price is right. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Can we get that fill? Okay, that's better. Give us that new high day. Let's see it. Yes, yes, yes. Lovely. Continuation. I got a good fill. 22. I'll try it again. Can we see it? Moon. Moon. Maybe not. Too much selling. And why is my hotkey not firing, man? Come on. I need to stop the recording. It's gonna get too long again. I have days at 23 here. Good fill. Great fill. It's a little too... It's all over the place. So I had to start a new recording. So, new high. What's it doing? I want to be careful here. Struggling. I'll wait. Take us to the moon of a new hive day. Too many attempts. Too many attempts. Need to wait. I knew that and I still bought. Why? It's a big bid. 18. It might come down is how it's looking though. Chairs are getting filled. We got to be careful of a 5-minute pullback here too. We've had like 4 green candles in a row going up. It's possible if we don't hold up here. And also that was a false breakout just now, so we'll see. If it does though, that'll be good. Save, man, you gotta be more resourceful, man. You gotta make it happen. Well, I'm not gonna say anything. Certain things you just gotta, you know. So we're waiting for the pullback. At times my intuition is great, man. Not on the dips, unfortunately, but on the breakouts. On the dips, I just buy big, I get obliterated. So someone said that their daughter was saying that we should have wore green today. You gotta go back and update them. You can wear any color, man. Orange, blue, pink, maroon. My towel is red, so you know every time I take a shower, you know, a little bit of red just to wake me up. So it seems like we had a low of '06 and it's held up from there. So it's like a high pullback. I would have expected more of a drop. So Are we gearing up for a retest of the highs already? Might want to fire off some limit orders. New low? Or am I selling too soon? Waiting for volume? Is there a buyer here? Oh, no, no, there's not. 02, 01. There's bids. There are bids. That was good. Now, will we continue? Yeah, with all that green, really. Come on. But this could be a place to maybe be in a little longer, but it's like I still want to wait. It seems like I rather let it put in a low and then risk from there. Sometimes just trying to predict this bottom is just murdering me. Right now we got 98. Will we hold up 98 or will it be 90 or 88? VWAP is at 75, but hopefully we're not pulling back there because that's like too much. Seems to be reacting well so far, but the candle's still young. Has another 3 minutes left in it. Once the candle matures a little bit more, then I'll start to trade again here on the 5. So far, so good at 98. I'm gonna stand up here again. Let's put this desk back up. And yeah, I forgot to mute my mic, so that winding sound is gonna be there. Ah, there's gonna be a gap in this green screen, but I can't bother to deal with that. Time, okay. I like what we're seeing here with time. I'm gonna take a starter, and then I might re-average if it just wants to make a new low here. It's holding. It's holding. Oh, new low. That's not good. Good volume too to 04. Just then immediately flushing down to a new low. 96. I'll wait again. The candle's gonna close in about a minute and 30 seconds on the 5. So I'd want to start to see a bottoming wick and like, doji into like the candle making a new high. Do I try it again here? Share size is small, so it's not that bad, but yeah, we're still making new lows, so I'll just ease off. It's okay to not be in at the bottom, but it's like at least we need to already have a bottom. And there's buying, and then there's a seller, 02, 25,000 shares. Too aggressive? Maybe. If, yeah, that low wasn't that bad. That was that 94. Sometimes you gotta put a stop in place, but it's always tricky. All right, I'm gonna wait a little bit here. It's not ready yet, and no need to be over trading. The seller's at 827,000 shares. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up. As we're gonna keep trading here to see if we can get something else from this stock. A retest of the high of day would be good, and a new high would be even better. Come on, 27,000 shares. It's child's play. Waiting. Oh, 41,000 shares now at 05. That's a little bit more. So short sellers or just profit taking? Good. Good reaction. This stock is giving me a good feeling. Is it getting ready? As long as we don't see a big red candle. Is this it? More sellers at 10. More. Should have sold all, man. I tried to sell half. This is not good. It might come down here. Man. Okay. Or okay, let's just not even bother. You see, it's like that the big red candle, man. It's the only thing. Every time. Every time. Every time. For me, I just want to see the stock do well as a bull. And that right there is so frustrating. I also usually lose whenever I do lose. I was in. I just happened to sell half, so I made something. But it's a place where the volume is picking up, and where I expect to see the move to the next level, 15, 20, but instead the big flush comes. But there has to be a balance, right? And at least we're curling back up again, so this is good. It is a little frustrating though. So this time we need to just go all the way to 15, 20. Sometimes, sometimes I want to wait, but then when I do, the stock happens to go and it doesn't dip, and then I miss everything. So I think I'll keep watching. In the event it gives a big breakout, at least I'm in here. But where's the big volume? Yeah. The candle to make the new high is what, 13? 12, 13, and where are we at? 245, pretty moderate. Can we make the new high? Higher low, double bottom. It's turning into like more of an ABCD. Right? Boom, boom, boom. Now can we get to the moon on the next leg? The next incline. Just waiting. volume still hasn't come yet. We're seeing some buying here, but the volume still hasn't really arrived. Is it coming in now? Ah, yes, yes, yes. It looks like it might be coming in here. Pastor, Pastor. That's not a good fill. But I'll hold this one as best as I can. Seller at 15. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, it's the high that candle. 9. The volume is slowed down again already, but I like the bottoming wick from 98. Still a good sign. I'll keep trying here. Small size, tight stops. See, if I can get the fill I wanted there, I can just hold here and just give it a chance, but it's getting slightly higher fills throwing me off. It's like it's just a penny or 2 or 3 difference, but it still kind of matters for me. Hmm. It's getting ready. Come on, man. Talk to me nicely with the fills. Talk to me nicely. So we got 16. And we need more volume though for this to like keep booming. There's bits coming in high, which is good. Can we hold up and keep pushing, or do we need a bigger drop here? 13. Big bids, 15, good sign. And so it begins. As long as this doesn't fail. Hold up. What's up with this teleporting down thing, man? Too many sellers? But then it eats up that one. I might stop here for now. I'll wait, I'll wait, I'll let it go. It's too tricky. 28 is the high. From moving well to just sporadic nonsense. If it goes, it needs to hold and not fail. That's the main thing. Good, not bad, not bad. We had 24 for the high. 5 days at 28. Oh, that was fair, man. Jeez. That's all fair to selling that position there. Gotta be courageous. Is this it? KB? But they're sellers. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. I'll give it another try. Do not fail. Do not fail. That's the key here. Do not teleport down all you do. Man. It needs to get back to 25. This doesn't look too good. It's not an instant flush, but this is like a false breakout. Hopefully it can get bought up. It's like every time, man. Why can't we just go to 50? Why can't we just go to 50, 60, 70 here? Instead it's back down. And the short sellers are smiling. Guys like Raphael, I can already see it. You know, guys like Raphael feeling good, kicking their foot up on the table right now. Instead of having to cover over the new high. Some of them will reshort right there, mid-20s. Some, you know, because it doesn't seem like there was enough covering, right? If there's enough people covering, the stock should keep going, especially with all the additional buying coming in. Ah, yeah. Again, it's the third time today. So that might do it. It's so close too, man. It's just so close every time. It's so close. The other side is us 40, 50, 60 to halt. Maybe we get halted up. We open up at 70. We rip to $3. That's the other side of this drop. But we'll take it. It's a great day considering the early morning. We didn't really get to do as well as we would have liked to. So, and maybe this one is not even finished yet. But I don't like the false breakout there over the high. So I think I'm going to lock it in. And, you know, if anything, I can come back later with the small size again. Guys, do not underestimate the small size, man. You know, I was green 200 and I still managed to get myself up you know, to 1100, starting with small size. So what it does is that if I have losing trades at the beginning, at least I don't put myself back flat or red. So you give yourself a chance, understanding that the day was a little slow. So we had the conversation earlier talking about, you know, when it can make sense to check to see where you are on the day, right? Versus like watching P&L during a trade or something. But if you know where you are throughout the day, you know, it's like pacing yourself to where you just don't go super aggressive and then you know, go max loss too quickly. You know, that longevity throughout the day, giving yourself a chance. So, you know, the high of this area here is 14. If it gets back over 14, maybe goes to 20. Maybe there's still something. But I think the short sellers are in control, man. For this to make a new high again, it's like there's something else going on. So I think I'll be out of here. And at that point, it's just manipulation, as they say. So take care, stay safe, stay green. It's been my pleasure to come on here for the stream. I don't want anyone to ever think that I don't enjoy doing this. So take care, guys. Tomorrow, bright and early, once again, 9:10 a.m. for another beautiful day. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. I'll catch you guys in the recap, which will be out around 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern time, market time, later today.